Our next lesson in biology is called Search for a System. Let's go ahead and take out our biology notes. Let's write today's date. And the name of the lesson is Search for a System. Okay, our goal for this lesson is using the five-kingdom classification of system, develop an understanding for the plant and animal kingdoms. Let's look at our vocabulary word. I'm going to say the definition and then say the word. I want you to say the word after me. The largest taxonomic category, containing all divisions making up the plant kingdom or all phyla making up the other kingdoms, is called a kingdom. Okay, search for a system. Life system classifications and systems of classification vary greatly depending on interpretations. You may find other systems in reference or science books. This variation does not mean one is right or better than another system. Some have the advantage of being more detailed, but are more complicated to use. Others simplify detail, making the key more usable, but ignore important similarities and differences in characteristics. The problem today is one of too many interpretations which may look good, but which are not clear or consistent. Systems have from 2 to 5 kingdoms depending on the taxonomist. Okay, so we just read that there are several different several different systems of classification. Okay, none of them are really right or wrong. It's just usually they are concerned with different characteristics. In this unit, we'll be using the 5-kingdom classification system. Okay, so the one we're going to talk about is the 5-kingdom classification system. This system takes into account observed differences between organisms that are significant enough to indicate separating them from either the plant or animal kingdoms. Advancements in science have enabled us to determine differences that have, until recent years, not been observed. For example, the bacteria are of a different cell type and structure than any other organism. Therefore, they have been grouped into a separate kingdom, the Monera kingdom. Okay. We will look at these other kingdoms and their unique qualities in later units. It's not necessary for you, for a student, for a scientist to memorize all the various taxa. However, it's beneficial to be somewhat familiar with the higher taxa because they are referred to occasionally in newspaper, magazine articles, and television and radio programs. The next level down from kingdom is the division, or phylum. In talking about plants, the word division is usually used, although the term phylum is less commonly used. Either term is correct, but for our study we will use the terms division for plant kingdoms, phylum for other kingdoms. Okay, so in the divisions, remember we said the kingdom is the largest. And down from that is the division. We use the word division for plants. And they use phylum for other kingdoms. Okay. Okay. The plant kingdom, representing about 400,000 species. The table listing some examples. Okay. Okay, in your lesson, I'm not going to make you write this. There's the plant kingdom, and it has division Anthraceratophyta, division Bryophyta, which is mosses. Division Lycophyta is club mosses and scale trees. Division Hepaticophyta is liverworts, and so on. There's several divisions listed in your lesson. Then it talks about the animal kingdom, which represents more than 1 million species, and there are several listed here for animals. Phylum Mesozoa is tissue animals. There's approximately 50 species. There's phylum Ctenophora, which is comb jellies, and there's approximately 100 species of those. There's several phylum listed there. There's a comic. She says, "I think I found a mistake at the zoo." And he says, "Really? What was it?" "The sign at the gorilla exhibit said, 'Gorilla, gorilla.'" "It's not a mistake." "Oh?" The western gorilla is part of the gorilla genus and the gorilla species. It's kind of funny, though, to see a name of an animal and on the sign it says gorilla, gorilla. Taxonomy helps to bring order to the understanding of the immense diversity of life. The listing is monumental. Taxonomy catalogs this listing for reference, use, research, posterity, and for personal understanding, responsibility, and management of the millions of kinds of living things. God intended us to share the earth. Living things may range in size from microns to meters. For these reasons, taxonomy may be referred to as the mother science. For biology, zoology, and botany would not be the sciences they are without it. So taxonomy is called the mother science. Taxonomy is called the mother science. Okay? We didn't take a whole lot of notes today, did we? In fact, this video is less than 9 minutes long. We talked about the 5-kingdom classification system. We know that kingdom is the largest, and next is either division, if we're talking about plants, or phylum for the other ones. And we said that taxonomy is known as the mother science. Okay? Go ahead and study your notes. Let me see your notes, and then go ahead and answer the questions.